Happy Monday. Well, I spent this weekend cleaning up my sewing room and kind of organizing in my brain how to go about getting some of my projects done. Since I came back from vacation, I got all kind of discombobulated with working on my stuff and trying to figure out where I am and what I need to be doing. So I spent this weekend coming up with a plan, moving things around, bringing out the project boxes that I need to be working on. And I think I might be on the right path this week. So that's pretty much what I did this weekend. I did a little bit of stuff. Before I go into what my projects are, I just wanted to reiterate, laundry baskets, quilting is going to be doing a free mystery in August with the date still to be determined. There's going to be many blocks. I think she said they're going to be 6-inch blocks. She said it's going to be beginner friendly. There's just going to be a lot of them. And that she has a couple of pre-cut quilts, that pre-cut kits that you can buy for it if you want. They're over $300, but they're all pre-cut and I guess, organized, so you just open the ones that you're on at that time. And she also has half-yard bundles on her site that can be used for the mystery quilt. And she said the half-yard bundles would give you enough then to have some for the backing too. But it's going to be a big quilt, she said. I don't know that it'd be enough for the whole backing, but she said it would go towards you could put it towards the backing. Anyway, so be on the lookout if you're interested in laundry basket quilts. They have beautiful patterns. So the pattern's going to be free. So you don't have to use her bundles. You can go into your stash and use your stash for her mystery quilt. It's going to be, I believe, 9 or 10 weeks starting in August at some point. Also, Amy Dement, Dement, D-E-M-E-N-T. She's issued a challenge on her YouTube channel. She's got an introductory video on her channel, plus the launching video that was on 12 May. I went over there and got, I went over there. She sent me an email. This is pretty much a synopsis of how it works. Each month from May through December, you'll receive a new secret scrap prompt. Your challenge is to incorporate this element somewhere in whatever project you're currently working on, and the element should be unexpected but intentional, adding meaning, visual interest, and a bit of surprise to your work. She's calling this the Secret Scrap Challenge from May to December 2025. And you'll use a hashtag to post your work online, whatever, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and then you email your photos directly to her. And if you want that, if you go over to her YouTube channel, which I will link her YouTube channel, but she has everything on her channel. So go over there. You need to sign up for the newsletter, and she's got the link on her channel. So check out her 12 May or 11, I think it was put out yesterday, so 11 May YouTube video for information on it. For May, the first project is called Flashback, and you need to do something, well, the first quilt that you made, something that gives you a flashback to that. So I thought I'd share that challenge, which I'm thinking of participating in. So the project for May is due on the 28th, I believe. And then I was watching So Very Easy, that YouTube channel. I think the lady who has that channel is called Laura. Anyway, So Very Easy. She was using, in her YouTube video, she was using her crystal in her sewing room. So, you know, I have a china cabinet with different pieces of crystal that I got from various family members that I put away, like banana split boat. That's beautiful. I have a whole set of these. That's like 12 of them. And I thought, oh, okay, I could use that for something. So I'm putting my threads by my sewing machine, the ones that I'm currently maybe shopping for and using for projects by my sewing machine for that. I have this purple glass heavy crystal container that I'm going to be using over on my cutting table to hold my pens and my Martinelli cutting tool and my Olfa cutting tool. I have a small sundae cup, crystal, that I'm putting some clips in. That's going to be over by my ironing board area. This one's going to, no, this one, I think this one I had by my cutting area because I need them in two places. My cutting area, and then I need one by my sewing area. So I have something to put those in. Then I also, I have a large ice cream sundae, one that's just been in the china cabinet that I'm putting over here by my sewing machine because I have rotary cutters at different locations. So that was a pretty cool tip. And so now some of my stuff is being used and it's not just hidden away in my china cabinet. So very easy. Go over and check out her YouTube channel also. So another thing that I ended up getting because I am doing the Jeans Kept in Stitches. We're doing a slow stitching journal, and she has us doing 3 pages with grids on it. We're making a notebook. So we have different pages here. Okay, this is going to be my front cover, and this is 2 and this is 3. Now so I got this part. This is my first grid I got done. And I used this. I've had this for 40 years. It's string, but I gotta tell ya, this is just not good. So I finished this with that. So much lint and fraying. It kept, I would get maybe this much of the stitching done, and it would just split apart. And black, this was just totally black from all the dust, the black dust that was coming off of it. So I decided, all right, maybe I need to move on to using DMC floss. So Jean had suggested if I do use DMC floss to use 3 strands. So that's what I'm doing with this. And it's going so much better and faster, and I'm not getting all that dust that I was getting with the other stuff. And it's not breaking, which is nice. So that's how far I am on the second page of grid lines. I still have this page of grid lines to do. But this is fun. And doing 3 pages of these grid lines is definitely, my stitches are looking better than they were on the first one. So I'm working on that. So I'm doing a little bit of that every day. Jean is gonna this week go on to the next step. I'm not sure I'll have all my grid lines made, but at least I'll have the first page done. So she also had, I believe, she was mentioning, or some other channel was mentioning, using beeswax. And I have a little block of it, but it doesn't, once you have to like push in to get the thread to coat in the, I'll show you. All right. So this is the one that I have, and I'm using it, but it doesn't have like a slot or anything. So I'm gonna have to just like press in there and have the thread go against my finger. So I was thinking there's probably better, easier to use thread conditioners. So I got this with Dritz on Amazon, and it has slots. So, and it opens up, so you can actually move this around to get to, it'd be easier to use the whole thing, I think. So I got 2 of those from Amazon. And this was also the book that Jean recommended that we get. So we're going to be learning 28 stitches. So this looks like this is the book she recommended, so I decided to get that on Amazon. So if you're interested in her tutorial on her channel, this is the book that was available on Amazon. So to make that slow stitching journal pages, we backed the muslin with SF 101. So I went through a lot of SF 101 making those pages. So I got this also on Amazon to replenish my supply, so that the next time I have a project, I can get working on it right away, like I could for this one because I had some. But I went through one whole package, and I only have a few pieces left of that. So I got some more of that on Amazon. Here's my DMC thread that I'm using for her grid pages. So speaking of embroidery, I'm also, I didn't get much done, but I got the green centers embroidered on here, and then I've started on these yellow flowers, petals, and I got some of them done. That one. Actually, I got 3 of them done, and I'm working on the 4th. So the next thing I'll do after that is I'll do the hearts next, and then work on these circles. So this is block 1 of the Beauty All Around. So block 1, still working on this. So what I figured when I was like, all right, how am I going to get all my stuff done? I'm going to do, that has no deadline. That can be finished in decade from now. So I am going to have myself do it an hour a week. Dedicate an hour total, and I'll keep track. I have a planner that I do that I use a lot to plan out my week and my days and my months. So I have the month. This is a Franklin planner from my days working in an office. We use these, and we had classes, and I love it. So I have monthly things that at the beginning of the year, I go through every month and to see what things I need to do and then add to that. And this is my workout, my calories, and how many steps I took and all that stuff. This is my health habits page that I do every month, trying to get healthier. And then I have this that broken down on here, but then I also have projects and my goals for the month for what I want to get done or what I have ongoing, so I keep track of that. Then I break things down by week as to what week I need to be doing things, and that helps me. So I don't want to over schedule myself, because that gives me overwhelm. And then I take the stuff that's on my weekly thing here, and I bring it over to the daily page. So I'll go for the week and see how my days are looking, and then I will schedule certain things. So I have on here for doing Beauty All Around 1 hour a week. So if however many minutes I do it this week, I'll write that in here, and then I'll put for tomorrow that I need to do. If I only do 10 minutes today, I'll put in for tomorrow I need to do 50 minutes until I get down to 0 for the week or get it all done in one day. And I'm doing the same for my loom, which I have not worked on since I got back from vacation. I did do a little bit on this yesterday, but this is my loom where I'm working on this rug. So I will work on that. This is going to be in my bathroom. I already have one done just like this. It's made out of old flannel sheets. So when the bottom sheet gets all shredded or starts getting really thin, I strip it into 2-inch strips for the rugs, 1 inch for the weft or warp, and then 2-inch for the horizontal ones, and make a rug out of it. My husband made the frame for me. I also have a smaller one for placemats, but I'm working on that. I need to get that done. That's going in my bathroom. So I'm going to do an hour a day, an hour a week on that this week. And I'm going to just continually work on the grid from Jean. And then I have my May UFO challenge through Crazy Moose Fabrics that I had not started yet at all. So I got that out yesterday, and that's going to be this project. And I got out, I found the background fabric and cut that out, the green there, and I cut out the borders. So now I need to cut out the green that goes back here behind the flowers, and I need to cut out these flowers. So that's all of this. I need to work on that this week. And I got out my light board. I have this light board that plugs in. I think I got this on Amazon too, years ago. And I hadn't used it until just recently. I hadn't done a lot of applique, but it's very, very handy for the applique. So I think that's it. So I forgot to show you also this. I have this plate, this crystal plate that I'm going to use when I'm working on my crumbs. I have this beautiful heavy bowl, fruit bowl, that I haven't been using. So I got this out, and I'm working on color, doing the crumbs by color. So these are my purples. So I have them mostly in this, but as I'm like trying to figure out what to piece together, I had this like next to my sewing machine, and they were flying all over the place, and I was having trouble even seeing it on the table thing that I have under my sewing machine, because it's made out of cloth, and it was these were getting lost in that. So I wasn't seeing it. Anyway, I'm using my crystal for this too, to hold fabrics next to my sewing machine. So, all right. So this week is Jeans Kept in Stitches Slow Stitching Journal. My May UFO challenge. That. My rug. And beauty all around. So those are my 4 priorities for this week, and that's what I'm going to be concentrating on this week, to try and get as much done on that. I want to get the May UFO challenge done as soon as I can, so that then I can move on to some other projects that don't have deadlines, because that one has a deadline. My second quarter one would be the next thing that I want to work on, but that's not due till the end of June. But that has applique also and embroidery on it, so that will take me a little bit more time too. All right, that's what I have planned for my week. What do you have planned for your week? And did you have a great weekend? It's a beautiful day here. There's a big breeze outside. I just hung up my laundry on the line and added extra clothespins so they don't blow off, because it is very windy, but it's keeping the black flies at bay. We got frost warnings last night, so it's still pretty cold here, a little on the cool side, but we're used to cold weather, so it feels good actually. I don't like it hot. So this is what's happening here. Let me know what's happening there. And have a great week. Bye.